Welcome to Come Get WooWoo. We're your hosts, Becky and Ro, here to hold space for the unseen, the unspoken, and the deeply felt. This is a place for seekers, for those who sense that there's more, for those who hear between the words, feel beyond the room, and know without knowing why.
Together, we'll explore the language of spirit, the clarity of your clairs, and the signs that rise up when you're ready to notice. You're not imagining it. You're remembering it. This is Come Get WooWoo.
Hey, WooWoo Seekers. Welcome to another episode of Come Get WooWoo with Becky and Ro. I'm Becky.
And I'm Ro. Before we dive into today's episode of Messages in Motion, what Spirit revealed this month, let's do a quick check-in. Becky, what's new?
Well, as you know, but our audience doesn't, I just got back from a trip to Sedona, Arizona with our friend Amy, and it was amazing. One with nature. I do have to share, though, we were in Bell Rock, and we were with a guide, and she actually had both Amy and I sit, and she explained the vortex and like how to understand the different energy. So if you look at a tree, I don't know if you've ever been to Sedona, but
No.
they talk about the twisted trees. So they twist, right? So she pointed out, and I didn't even notice it until she pointed it out, is some trees twist clockwise and some are counterclockwise. And those trees that do counterclockwise is actually a masculine energy, and the clockwise is a feminine energy.
Oh, how interesting.
I know. I thought it was pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
And then she led us to this tree, and it was a feminine tree or a feminine energy tree. She had us just spend a few minutes, as long as you needed, with this tree. Now, this tree is 600 to 800 years old, and
Wow.
it was a juniper tree, and so and basically she was asking us to see if you can get a message from the tree, and wouldn't you know, I got a message.
Oh, awesome! So, what was your message?
My message was, you are safe, and you no longer need to protect yourself. We have you. Your strength is your allies, and your compassion is your guide.
Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had a very, very fun experience. It was just lovely. And it was the first time Amy and I had ever met in person. So that was even better.
Yeah,
So,
that's
cool.
I still have to meet her.
I know. Well, maybe someday we'll have a big powwow here or in New York or Jersey or wherever, you know.
Oh, yeah,
we'll have to find a place.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we had that going. And then I actually took on a role to help with Echo's doing some in-person psychic development classes. And I've actually volunteered to help her out. So that's been fun. So other than that, just doing what I'm doing.
Are you helping others in the class with their development?
Well, there's actually several of us, but we're there to, if somebody needs a partner, there's an odd number, or if anybody has a question, so they can come to us also, because try getting one person and everybody's got a question. So easier to have a secondary person to maybe answer the question. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. In case they're intimidated by Echo.
She's amazing, but yes,
she is. I agree.
Yes.
And very approachable.
Oh my gosh. So much so.
Oh, awesome. And it's at the center, you said?
Yeah, it's at the center. In fact, the pictures that are posted from last week, and I know I put it in there, but if anybody wants to, because Echo has an amazing Fae garden. And so I actually took pictures of it because she gave me permission. And it's up on our website for last week's episode.
What an amazing job she did with the
I know,
garden.
it's so beautiful. So
I want
beautiful.
to see it in person.
I want you to see it in person too. Because that means you're here.
Yes. Well, Nancy said she was going to drag me there.
Yeah, she's kidnapping you. That's happening. Whether you like it or not, you're coming to Minnesota. So I suppose for your sake, we can't do it in the winter.
No, please no.
So you're going to have to get a sitter for the pets.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know you have something that you're working on. You want to tell us a little bit about it without giving too much information?
Well, we're working on some fun stuff for the website. And it's going to be called The Seeker's Intuitive Gym. And right now we're working on intuition, where you can play different types of games to hone in your skills, like colors, shapes, numbers, playing cards. Maybe we'll eventually expand it into other things.
I think it's so exciting. I've been playing it myself, so it's fun.
Yeah, we're still working on some of the aspects of it, but not sure when we'll put it out. But it'll be soon enough.
We'll let you know when we release it.
Absolutely. In our newsletter.
I was just going to say, check out our newsletter. Yep. You can subscribe to the newsletter by going to our website, comegetwoowoo.com. And I believe it's at the end of Learn More. Subscribe today and you can find out all the good stuff.
Yeah. And if you're a first visitor, it should pop up in newsletter.
Perfect. All right. So before we step into messages in motion, we just want to pause for just a quick moment. If you've been enjoying this journey with us and something has resonated or supported you, we truly appreciate you following our podcast and leaving a review. It helps more than you know. We've heard from a few of you that YouTube is dropping ads right in the middle of our meditation. We apologize for the inconvenience. Since we aren't monetized yet, we don't have any control over that. It's just YouTube being YouTube.
And that's why those likes, reviews, and subscriptions really do make a difference. They help this podcast grow and reach more people who are curious, open, or just starting their own path. And that's something we really care about, is getting it into the ears of other seekers who need it. So thank you for being part of helping us grow.
All right. So today we're taking individual words from the WooWoo Seekers Journal, and we're sharing what came through for us across the clairs. Now remember, all of our words have a meditation to them, and they're on our WooWoo Seekers YouTube channel. Not every word activates every clair, and that's completely normal. Sometimes a message comes through vividly, sometimes through feeling, sometimes just a sudden knowing. As your clairs strengthen, new senses may start appearing. And revisiting the same words can reveal deeper layers of guidance. In our journals, we've included bonus prompts for each word, which we encourage you to explore on your own. Those won't be part of a podcast episode. One of the most interesting parts of this process is noticing how differently spirit communicates with each of us. Sometimes I received something stronger through sensation, while Ro receives it as imagery or insight. Spirit adapts its language so you can each understand the guidance in the way that works best for you. Last month, with the word feather, Ro experienced it as a moment of peace and presence, a gentle reminder that she wasn't alone, and to simply feel into the energy of the moment. I experienced the feather as a call to pause, pay attention, and offer gratitude, almost like a quiet checkpoint, asking me to become aware. Different approaches, same message. The feather invites awareness, whether through feeling or intention. It's asking us to slow down and connect. With the word glove, Ro experienced it as a symbol of roles and protection, even seeing Archangel Michael wearing boxing gloves of all things, representing how different energies show up in different ways, depending on what's needed. I experience the glove as a form of protection that can sometimes go too far, creating distance or isolation if we rely on it too much. Two different messages. One about understanding the roles we or others take on, and the other about finding balance between protection and openness.
Each week, we gave you words from the WooWoo Seeker's Journal series, and today, Becky and I will share what came through for us as we work through them. Together, we're building a spiritual dictionary of signs and symbols. Sometimes our experiences align, and sometimes they don't. Both are valid. One word can open completely different doors depending on what someone needs to receive. For this series, we're using the WooWoo Seeker's Journal, A Journey for Your Signs and Symbols, Book 1. And this month, we're exploring 6 words across 3 different categories. We have emotions and states, and the words are happiness and harmony, people and places, and the words are hermit and home, and everyday objects, and the words are horseshoe and ladder. If you don't have the journal, just grab your notebook and follow along. If you'd like a copy, visit comegetwoowoo.com and click on the WooWoo Seeker's Journals, or you can search the WooWoo Seeker's Journal on Amazon. We didn't talk about our experiences ahead of time, so just like you, we're hearing everything fresh in the moment. So, Becky, let's dive in.
Okay. So the first word we have is happiness. Do you want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
For happiness, here I couldn't pinpoint one moment. So I was getting flashes, scrolling so fast that I couldn't pick a moment. It was like I felt them more, like with the little moments of happiness. So when you're struggling with something and all of a sudden it works, or the happiness that you felt for others for their big win, or laughing when you're with people you love, or the happiness of just being with others that, you know, for people that you haven't seen in a long time. And the knowing is that happiness comes in the small moments.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So how about you?
Well, actually, mine wasn't too off from yours. I also had many different versions. I saw the picture of Jenna, you know, the one that I talked about her giggle. I saw that picture. Then vision of me hugging somebody that I hadn't seen in a long time. In fact, it was because I just experienced it. It was meeting Amy for the first time and giving her a hug at the airport. And it was that same feeling I had when I came out to visit you. And this one kind of shocked me a little bit. It was my dad's viewpoint. And at the same time, I'm watching him watch all the grandkids and everybody, all the families together. I hear him say, "This is what it's all about." And that's what my dad always says, that this is what it's all about. And I just felt like my heart was going to burst because it was so open. It was just the coolest thing. Now, one of the things that we have here is my dad loves self-serve ice cream. So a few years ago, we had a family reunion, rented a machine, right? Well, he liked it so much to have it there that he bought it because it was for sale. So we actually, in my basement have a soft-serve ice cream machine.
That's so cool.
So every time the family gets together here or many times because it's movable, we actually have soft serve ice cream. So I was tasting the ice cream. That is, you know, that's my happy place, is because this is the knowing, and it pulls it all together. And I just knew that happiness comes from within. Yes. But it can also grow because of the environment you choose to surround yourself with.
I like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. It was an array of different things. It was pretty fascinating. Even had my solitary moments, me sitting in the kayak on the lake and there's nobody else on the lake. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Funny how we were getting different pictures. I just couldn't see mine.
There was a lot of them, but yet sometimes it would pause on a moment, and that's what I was seeing.
Very cool.
Yeah. So our next one is Harmony. Do you want me to start? I didn't get as much for Harmony, or do you want to start?
I didn't get much either for Harmony too. Okay. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, I can go. So what I was seeing was a path, which was kind of weird, but it was, I kept on being reminded of this game, and I don't know, I'm not 100% sure of the name of it, but I think it's Floor and Lava and Floor, or something like that. So basically the floor was lava, so you had to be on islands, right? And I can't.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You had to jump and stuff.
Yeah, you have to jump. Yep. So you're on the path. Yeah. So that is what it reminded me of. And basically the path that you're on is the floor. That is where you can, that's it. You're fine as long as you stay on your path. And the lava is everything that anytime that you veer off. So this is what I got is, so anytime that I tried to veer off the path, it was very cartoonish. Like you see these big stop signs and don't enter, or don't go this way. And they were yelling at me. But here's the thing. What I knew is that when I'm truly in harmony, then the path seems so natural and it unfolds without resistance. So if you've ever had that, you decide to do something that you knew that wasn't great for you, and all of a sudden you've got everything goes wrong. That was that kind of feeling. Yeah.
Wow.
That's all I got for it, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. Very cool.
How about you? What did you get for Harmony?
First, I saw musical notes floating around.
Oh.
The musical notes were white and a colorful background. And then I switched to a memory of Anastasia, and I think she was in the 8th grade, and they were doing a Christmas show. Of course, being a mom, I immediately felt a sense of being proud, but I could also feel myself swaying, to the music. I don't know what song it was. I'm trying to think because I'm not 100% sure on this. I think this is how their gym is what acted as an auditorium as well. So they had a stage and then the gym as well, and they had chairs. In the back was a little cafeteria. Not really a cafeteria. It was like they had coffee that they sold and like snacks and stuff like that. So I could smell the coffee.
Okay.
The knowing I got is harmony comes when we all work together.
That is so true, though. It's amazing how yours was so different from mine. Yeah. All the schools that I had the same thing. You were in an auditorium, gym, bleachers came out. Yeah.
And I had to double think that. Was it in the gym? Yeah. It was a long time ago now.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Very cool. Ooh, yeah, wow. It's just amazing how different.
Next one is Hermit. So I started the meditation off with the person in the middle of the water. And then I was in a Chinese dojo. The building and the red outline of the building kind of reminded me of the Avatar: The Last Airbender. And Uncle Ira was watching what I was doing, even though I couldn't see him. And I was fighting with the long sticks, but I couldn't see anyone there. But I could hear the sticks on the ground and hitting the floor. And I felt like there was more than one person. and I almost felt like I was blindfolded. And I felt the sticks approach my skin, and I was, able to quickly move away. And the inside smelt of like wood, and it was kind of musty smell. And the knowing was, in order to anticipate, you need to be in your own skin, feel the air against your skin, and hear everything down to the last detail.
Wow, mine was way different than yours.
I wasn't expecting a Chinese dojo, me fighting with blindfolded with sticks and stuff like that.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Yeah, yours is way different than mine. What I was shown was the Lightseer deck that I have.
Yes.
Okay. So I was actually shown the 4 swords in that Lightseer deck. So for those of you that aren't familiar with it, it's where a girl is basically kind of looks like she's curled up in a ball, like in the fetal position, and she is sitting in the nest, like a bird's nest, and she appears to be resting. So I heard the word rest and relax, but then I also heard the song, I'll be watching you, except for they didn't have those words. They changed the words on it, which they do that every now and again for me, and is I'll be watching over you. So it was just it made me feel very safe that I could let go and just take a moment and relax. And I knew that anytime that I wanted to rest and relax, that I would be protected.
Wow.
Yeah, so vastly different than yours.
Yes. Very. We have home next. Did you want to go, or did you want me to go?
You can go ahead and go if you want.
So home.
That was a heavy sigh.
Because this one had me on the verge of tears.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's hear it.
So the first image I got was me peeking into someone's home. And it was like I was on the outside, and, it kind of like looked like their siding was there, but there was like a cutout of where I could peek in, sort of like, I don't know, like a cartoon, and you could kind of see in.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but they were in their kitchen and someone was cooking and they were laughing and someone was snapping a towel against someone, but they were all having a great time. And then the scene went to where I watch TV. We call it the blue room, or now, since I painted it, it's the soft cloud room. And it's me and Anastasia eating and watching TV, and the dogs are also on the couch. So it's my version of home with just us being there. And then there was a scene of Christmas time and everyone hanging out and enjoying each other. And then the next scene is what had me choke up. Every time, like, Anastasia leaves, so when she went to college, everything that we brought to college was there because it's going out into the car. So packing her up to go to college. When she left to move into our apartment, same thing. So it was that empty nester feeling I was getting, like part of my home was leaving me.
I feel your pain. Oh my gosh.
So the knowing I got is it's not the house that makes the home, but it's the people inside of it that makes a home a home.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That was my home.
And I can understand why you got choked up. Totally get it.
I wasn't expecting. I was like, no.
You know what? When we do meditations, you have a variety of different emotions that you feel. When you had anger, it was like, I mean, like you walked out of that meditation with anger and frustration. You know what I mean?
I did.
So yeah, it sticks with you even after the fact.
It does. And I had another meditation. I had happiness to do after that. And I was like, I'm like, I had a good thing I did it early enough that I could wait a little bit to do happiness. But I was like, I just wasn't expecting that, I wasn't expecting to get emotional in a meditation either. Yeah.
I can see why though. Mine was centered around family also. It was a different feeling because what I felt, for me, home was just as important as the feeling as the place was. So I would see flashes of different homes that I've lived in, which, to be honest, isn't that many. And I felt all of them, different emotions as you're going through it. And I just knew that home is what you make of it and not just somewhere you lay your head. And then it goes into my family. So I had the smelling of the grill when we're doing cookouts and stuff like that. And I heard the sounds. Now my family is huge card players. So it was a celebration that was going on at the lake. And, you had the grill, you had the cribbage boards going. I had laughter. And it just felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude and as how lucky I am to live the life that I do. And that pretty much sums it up. So definitely not as powerful as yours was. So, wow.
Oh, very beautiful yours was.
Yeah. That was, yeah, cool.
Ooh, we have our next one is Horseshoe. Did you want to go? Did you want me to go?
I can go.
Okay.
So now Horseshoe, I didn't see a lot, but again, even if I don't get a lot, it still makes an impression. So what I saw was, I don't know, maybe it was because we were doing the Fae Kingdom and stuff. I saw, so it's like an outside of a leprechaun pot, so the leprechaun's out there and it's got like a pot that's sitting, but it reminded me more of a basket, like it was collecting things. And I saw items being placed into it, all the good things in my life. It wasn't leaving anything. And an overall, so what I actually wrote was catching all of my good fortune is what it was doing. And I just had this feeling of being blessed and so grateful for everything in my life. So, very similar on the home thing, just very happy with my life.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. How about you? What did you get for Horseshoe?
So I was circling through different images. The first, I think it was me being a farrier and seeing the foot of a horse.
Now, I did not know that about you. It's another layer of row that we just...
No, I was never a farrier.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wow, all right.
I watch a lot of videos.
You should have just gone with it. Yeah, I would have never known the difference. Yeah, I was a billionaire one time and nah.
It was just funny that I was a farrier and I was cleaning the frog and generally taking care of the horse's foot. I only know that there's a frog because I watch videos and they say it's a frog.
I tried to live vicariously through Jenna one time and I made her take horse riding lessons, so I do too.
I love horses and I fell off a horse when I was young. So we were, horseback and we went to like a Dude Ranch, as we called them back then. And yeah, so horseback riding was one of the things, but it went up and I went down, you know. So I'm cleaning this horse's foot. And then when I look straight, I can see other horses in the distance with their foals. One was a buckskin horse with her bay foal. And there was a sense of awe being there. And I watch a lot of Katie Van Slyke. So she does a lot on her on horses, and it's foaling season. I think it just ended. And so I kind of feel like I'm there. Then I saw a picture of the fire horse.
Oh.
Yeah. In all of its fiery glory. And I think it was a reminder to be that fire horse energy for the year. That was my horseshoe.
Yes. Very cool. I have a client of mine that she has horses also. In fact, she races them in different places, and she shows me all of her pictures of foals and stuff, and it's a lot of work, but what a great, I love horses, but I've never had to take care of them, but I know that I know that they're a lot of work, but yeah.
There's a lot of things you have to do for a horse. And the next one we have is ladder. Did you want to do ladder, or?
I certainly can. So I actually pictured the video of a ladder that was like different rungs. Yeah. So that is what I pictured. And here's the thing. I was hearing myself holding this ladder, and I'm giving myself a pep talk. You can do this, all sorts of things, all different affirmations. And I just felt the anxiety, and I felt the hesitation of taking that first step. But then I realized I knew whatever was going to happen, I was supported doing it. It was always going to be fine. But I think because I had this metallic taste in my mouth, and I think that was actually fear. Oh. And yeah, but what I knew about as I'm standing there contemplating of taking that first step, I realized, and what I just knew that whatever outcome came about, it was exactly the way it was supposed to be. So the fear is my ego getting in the way. So yeah, that was it.
Well, that was very good. I like that one.
Yeah. How about you? What did you get for a ladder?
Okay, so I was on a ladder with the blue skies and the clouds, but in the picture, the ladder goes straight up. But for me, it wasn't straight. The ladder was leaning on something.
Okay.
I don't do well with heights. For me, anxiety was kicking in.
I can understand that.
So it's so funny for ladder. We both have an anxiety feeling going on.
Though we were anxiety for different reasons.
Right. Yeah. So I tried looking down, and I couldn't. I'm not allowed to look down and then see what's going on. I heard birds, but they were coming from outside. It was just like outside birds. It's just that they seemed to be very loud at that time. When I reached the top, I sat on a cloud, and I was helping you up.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks, Ro. Apparently I needed it to take this first step.
And the knowing, I think, was saying when you're climbing, don't look back, but help others when you reach the top.
Oh, what a beautiful message. And so true.
Yeah, so sometimes when people reach the top, they forget about everybody else.
And that happens a lot. Yeah.
But I got you.
You got me.
Yeah. So I'll push you.
You know what? We do a lot of pushing each other.
We do.
it works. It's like, okay, we got to get this. And then you come up with an idea and you're like, let's run with this. And I'm like, all right, where are we going then? And then I'll do the same thing. And you're like, all right, where are we going?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is. Yes, it is. Yeah. And, especially when one of us doesn't want to try something, but the other one is pushing us to try it.
Yes. Yep. That happens. It's a horse apiece. I love those sayings. I love metaphors. Though what was the other one I used on you? I told you the other day, you're like, what? I don't remember what.
I don't know the horse apiece either.
You don't know a horse apiece?
No.
It's like, 6 of one, half a dozen of the
Yes,
other type
that
of
one
thing.
I know.
Okay. I don't know why it's a horse apiece. Maybe it's a Midwestern thing. I don't know. I actually don't understand it, but it's just a horse apiece.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Now I'm going to have to deep dive that thing.
There you go.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm known for my metaphors at work.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
I can see that.
Yeah. One of my coworkers, her name is Judy. She actually started a list at one point in time. She just adds to the list. Her favorite, I think. Yeah, I think her favorite is, "Are you priming what I'm painting?"
I like that one. I've never heard it, but I like it.
I'm full of them.
Well, keep saying them.
Yeah, there you go. And if I get a quizzical look, now I know why.
Like, what?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this was so fun.
We're exploring 2 animal energies this month from the WooWoo Seeker's Journal, a guide to getting clarity with your clairs. These aren't tied to meditations. Instead, they're an invitation to notice how these animals appear symbolically, energetically, or even physically in your world. This month's animals are Chameleon and Cheetah. So, Becky, what does Chameleon and Cheetah mean to you?
Well, for me, I always see, chameleons are always adaptable. Mm. That's how I see chameleons, because they adapt to their surroundings. Cheetahs, on the other hand, I feel like they're a little bit more flashy. And then it kind of goes to that saying, we just talked about me loving metaphors, like a cheetah doesn't change its spots, kind of a cheater kind of thing,
Yes.
So, yeah. How about you?
For chameleon, they are adaptable, like you said, but they also change colors. So I think of them as ever changing as well. If that makes sense.
I just heard the word evolving.
There you go.
Yeah.
And cheetahs, they're fast. I don't know. Don't really run into a cheetah in the wild here in New Jersey.
Jersey doesn't have a lot of cheetahs, huh?
No.
Maybe cheaters?
That they probably have plenty of. Yeah, so I haven't really thought about what a cheetah is, except for being really, really fast and quick.
Very cool. Now, we did research a little bit of kind of some facts on both of these animals of what we found. So here's a fun little fact. The chameleon doesn't change colors to hide. It changes colors to speak. Its skin reacts to the internal mood, the temperature, and its stress level. It wears its heart on its skin. So a question that you might want to think about when you see a chameleon, if you're seeing a chameleon right now, are you hiding your true colors to fit in? Or is your body trying to tell everyone exactly how you feel while your mouth stays shut? Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. It's like someone who can't keep their facial expressions. They shut their mouth because they know what they're going to say would be hurtful, but their facial expressions say something totally different. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What is that? RBF?
Oh, yeah.
No, I definitely agree with you because sometimes you can't hide what you actually feel.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
A fun fact about cheetahs. A cheetah is built for a 30-second burst of 70-mile-an-hour speed. If they don't catch their mark in that window, they must stop and rest nearly half an hour to keep their heart from overheating. They cannot sustain the hustle. It's the sprint or nothing. So a question that you might find yourself asking, are you trying to run a marathon at a cheetah's pace? Is your current exhaustion a sign that you've oversprinted? Or is the universe telling you that now is the time for a 30-second burst of focus before you return to the shade?
It's very interesting. So now I know if I see like a cheetah on TV, I'll have to ask myself that question. That makes total sense.
I can almost guarantee it's not going to be the 30 seconds of burst. That's 70 miles an hour, though. I'm not opposed to exercising. I'm just not going to do it at that pace. Nor am I. I'm not going to do a marathon.
Yeah, no, me neither. My friends that I met for lunch today, they play pickleball. And they're like, oh, Ro, you should do it. I'm like, no, that's okay. I'm good.
I don't know when you would have time to do it anyway.
This is absolutely true, but I also have no desire to play pickleball.
I've heard it's very fun. I've never played it. So
I heard that too. Not for me.
Your Sagittarius is in your moon and emotions, not in your physical.
Yes. That's it. And then I am Libra, so we don't like to get hot and sweaty.
So true. So true.
Oh, it was funny. When we see a chameleon moving along a branch or a cheetah in a documentary, we usually just say, oh, that's a sign. But if you want to go deeper, if you want to understand what our own subconscious is trying to tell us, we have to look closer. By looking at the actual biological traits of these creatures, we can find the answers we're looking for. So the movement. Chameleons are slow, rocking, and rhythmic. They have 360-degree vision. Cheetahs, on the other hand, are linear, explosive, laser focus, and using the tail as a rudder. You can always ask yourself, does the way this animal is moving feel like the way you are currently moving through your life? Are you rocking back and forth, waiting for the right moment? Or are you on a high-speed pivot?
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
When we do these you start looking at each individual animal differently and kind of dissecting. I don't know about you, but Amy and I were talking about this on this past weekend. Everything's a sign now. It could be just it's a freaking cheetah.
It could be, yes.
But I'm going to go to the sign first and foremost. So, yeah.
But it's good that you could stop and ask yourself the question, why am I seeing it? And am I seeing it for these reasons? And if it's no, then it's like, oh, it's just a cheetah.
Yep.
And what I really like about doing these on these animals is you're learning a lot more than you normally would. You're learning a lot more about the animal itself, which is nice to really look at it differently. What they eat. So chameleons, they're patient, opportunistic, and they wait for sweetness to land nearby. Now, cheetahs are high stakes, high effort, and fresh kill only. They do not scavenge. So, what you can ask yourself is, what is this animal seeking for nourishment? Do you need to sit still and let the nectar come to you? Or do you need to go out and hunt for exactly what you desire? Now, socially, chameleons are solitary, quiet, and communicates through visual shifts. Cheetah females are solitary. Males often form a coalition or a partnership. So what you can ask yourself is, does seeing a solitary shifter or a high-speed partner resonate with where your heart is sitting today?
That's an interesting take I never thought about.
Mm-hmm. And cool. I didn't know that cheetah males seek out a partnership.
Damn males can't ever do anything on their own.
No. So there's some fun facts.
Yeah, I can tell you some fun facts about both of them.
Oh, awesome.
They're for the chameleon, their eyes move independently, allowing them to look at the past and the future at the same time. And then they have zygodactyl feet, which are split like tongs to grip branches tight during high winds. A chameleon's tongue can be twice as long as its body to reach what it wants without moving. I would never have to get off the couch.
Where do they put their tongue, though, if it's twice as long?
Well, anytime does it roll up? This would be something another deep dive. We've got to figure this out.
Yes.
So here's some fun facts about cheetahs. They're the only big cats that cannot roar. They purr and they chirp like birds. Their tear marks act as an anti-glare, helping them see clearly in the blinding sun.
I wish I had that.
Wouldn't need sunglasses now, would you?
No.
They can also go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. And that's faster than most sports cars.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Amazing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Ro, I know that we've gathered some information on some spiritual aspects of both these animals. Do you want to start with them?
Sure. The chameleon is often linked to the eye of the soul, representing the ability to see things from every angle. They are also called the vision of the soul because they can look into 2 directions at once. They are seen as a bridge builders between the physical world and the spirit realm. And there's the protective layer. In some cultures, seeing the chameleon is a sign of check your skin. Are you being too thick-skinned? Or is it time to change your outer layer to match your inner truth?
Oh, those are very, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I have the cheetah spiritual meanings.
Oh, let's hear them.
If chameleon is the weight, the cheetah is the strike. The cheetah is a reminder of elite focus. Seeing one is often a message from spirit to stop multitasking and pour 100% of your energy in one goal. Because of their speed and their yellow gold coats, they are tied to the solar plexus, the energy of confidence and action. Seeing a cheetah may be a nudge to claim your speed. Cheetahs also hit top speed in 3 seconds. In many traditions, this is a sign that a major shift is coming in 3 hours, 3 days, or 3 weeks. I have this animal deck, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck by Kim Kranz. And that says, for the cheetah, the sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside the great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. That's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah. Those are just some fun little facts. Spiritual. I never thought about it. So just a reminder, when you see these animals cross your path, don't reach for a book or what website thinks. Look at how they're existing in that moment. Are they resting? Are they waiting? Are they sprinting? Their how is the whisper. What is it saying to you? The next time one of these animals appears in your life, pause. Notice the movement, the feeding, the social energy, the colors, the patterns, the song. Let yourself reflect and explore. There's no right answer. Your own observation is the guide. I don't know. I just think it's fun to explore these animals.
Oh, I totally agree. And the one thing I do like that with the cheetah is to stop multitasking and pour 100% of your energy into one goal. Because often I am multitasking.
I think you and I have become pros at that while doing this. And I still don't multitask really well.
Yeah.
As you well know, when I was talking to you on the phone, I was doing multiple things. I can talk to you on the phone. I can do that. So I don't do well with both. You and my family all like, what are you doing? You're silent. What are you doing?
It's more notice when I'm silent. It's like, all right, she's silent. It's okay when you're silent. It's like, oh, what are you doing? It's more noticeable.
This is true because I'm always talking. Yes, I own it. I'm okay with it.
As we wrap up today's episode of Messages in Motion, we invite you to sit with what resonated most for you, the subtle nudges, the insights, the feelings that may still be unfolding. These messages don't end when the episode does. They continue moving through your life, shaping how you listen, respond, and align what's next. And remember, each word we went through today has a companion meditation that goes along with it over on our YouTube channel at WooWoo Seekers. So if you didn't get a clear sense through one of the clairs, or if you just want to explore a word more deeply, you can always revisit it in the meditation. These are great ways to reconnect, practice your class, and notice how spirit might speak differently each time. And remember, we love to hear from you to see what you got with your words. Email us at woowooseekers@gmail.com. This week, I want to challenge you to step away from the guidebook and the standard meanings. Instead, I want you to simply observe. When an animal enters your field of vision, don't ask, what does this mean? Instead, ask, how is it showing up? Take some time to really notice the way they move. Is it frantic scurry, a graceful glide, or a steady grounded walk? Does that movement mirror the pace of your own life right now? The sounds they make, are they calling out to be heard, or are they moving in a deep, intentional silence? Notice the vibration of their voice or the power in their quiet, and how they show presence. Do they stand their ground and look you in the eye, or are they a fleeting shadow at the edge of your vision? And watch for repetition. Do they return to the same spot? Do they work in a group or wander alone? Animals communicate without words through their energy and their way of existing in the world. And their message isn't hidden in a dictionary. It's hidden in their motion. This was such a fun episode, and I loved it. What are we doing next week?
In our next episode, we're opening the door to the underworld and sub-earth, the quiet hidden rooms of awareness where your unfinished business, ancestral history, and original soul seeds are stored. We're so excited to explore this with you, and we can't wait to guide you through this next layer of understanding. And next month's animal focus is cobra and deer. Be sure to subscribe today for the next newsletter dropping on May 1st, delivering a complete schedule of episodes for the month. You'll get access to all of the guided meditations for our words of the month, a peek at the month's astrology happenings with simple tips to navigate energy inside astrology aspects, and our monthly tarot tidbits, where we explore the hidden meaning one card at a time. Don't miss out on the monthly dose of spiritual tools. Head on over to comegetwoowoo.com and click on newsletter to subscribe today. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for getting woo-woo with us today. If something sparked a memory, a message, or just made you smile, share it with a fellow seeker, because the journey is always better when you can grow together. Be sure to find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at WooWoo Seekers, so you can like, follow, and subscribe.
You can also follow us by visiting our website, comegetwoowoo.com. We are so much more than just another podcast. We're building a community of seekers just like us. We love hearing from you. If you've got signs, symbols, or stories that you want to share, email us at woowooseekers@gmail.com. Or any questions about today's episode, you can email us at comegetwoowoo@gmail.com.
Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and as always, come get woo-woo with us.